What's up guys, I'm Nickstar and welcome to a new Let's Play. This is God of War. This is one of my favorite games of all time. It is M-rated, so if you're not okay with that, you should probably get out now. Let's go ahead and start the game. I'm going to play on normal mode, and I'm going to play using the regular costume. I may do a video at the end detailing the glorious costumes you see before you. I'm going to play as regular Kratos.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me. Now there is no hope.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end. Death would be his escape from madness. But it had not always been this way. Kratos had once been a champion of the gods.
Alright, gameplay right away. This game is a hack and slash game. It practically perfected the hack and slash genre with the intricacies of the combat, which will not be displayed because I am not good at this game. But I love it. It is one of my favorite series of all time. Maybe my favorite. Basically, you have a light attack, which is this sort of quick, fast attack that I'm spamming here. You've got a heavy attack, which is the slow, calculated sort of attack that you can throw in combos such as that. If I can get a full combo off, I can do a nice flash and finishing move like that. And I can grab, I can stab and throw, and do all sorts of things after I've grabbed an enemy. Punch him, can sort of mutilate him like that. Yeah, there's all sorts of intricacies. I've also got a dodge roll, which you may have seen me bust out a couple times already. And I've got a block attack, or a block button that I'm really not comfortable with in this game. The later God of War's improved on the block, but this one I'm not super comfortable with the block. So I won't use it too frequently outside of this tutorial level. But I'll definitely demonstrate. You can see in the top left my health meter is the green. I also have that sort of red bar that's slowly filling with the 0 next to it. That is my experience that you hopefully got a glimpse of before I went into that opening animation. This is a chest. Chest can have experience, magic, health, treasures in them, all sorts of things. The experience, these red orbs flying around, are used to upgrade weapons and magic, and I think that's all you can use them for in this game. I'm going to try and get as many as I can because they are very useful. If only just to up your damage. L1 lets you block. You kind of go into this stance and take no damage. Some attacks are unblockable, so like I said, I'm not comfortable with it. This guy's attacks are completely blockable, which is why I will use it for the Hydra. But after we take down the Hydra, there's not much. Now this is our first sort of boss encounter. You can see the boss health bar in the bottom middle of the screen. As I do damage, that thing completes. However, because this is sort of an introduction to the game, once we get about a third of the way done, we can do our first mini-game of the series. These are essentially groupings of quick-time events, reaction commands, whatever you want to call them, that lead to super bloody, brutal kill sequences that are a huge mainstay of this franchise, and one of my favorite aspects of it, seeing the ridiculous ways that Kratos kills the giant enemies he's facing. These balance beams, I'm actually impressed that I haven't fallen off yet. If you fall off, you can just get right back up. He dangles for a bit. You can just press a button to get up. They kind of suck. They improve over the course of the series. That guy sucks. He just points out, "Oh, you're scary," and kind of locks himself in place. Here's an experience chest. Those are useful. We finally got the tutorial on dodging. And I don't know if you've been paying attention, but pretty much every button has already had a use explained on the controller, which implies that there is no camera control, and that is actually correct. One thing the series gets a lot of crap for is the fixed camera angles. A lot of people don't like the inability to control your viewpoint as a player. I think it works because the game's camera, for the most part, is positioned in a really decent way. You can see what's going on. You know what you're trying to do at all times. And yeah, that's basically... And no, the Hydra's back. If you're familiar with Greek mythology, of course, you know that the Hydra doesn't just have one head. So the head we killed is actually one of many. And throughout this tutorial level, we're going to decimate the rest of the heads of the Hydra. When he grabbed us there, we could do a little minigame QuickTime event to do some extra damage, and if we're lucky, he's going to grab us a few more times. He would have grabbed me there, but I dodged it because he's stupid. You want him to grab you because it does the most damage out of everything you can do. So yeah, if you see him charging up that attack, you need to let him hit you. You obviously can just whittle him away with normal attacks, but it takes longer, and the tutorial boss fight just isn't interesting enough to... Wow, I did not get out of that. That is... Talking and mashing buttons quickly just is hard. It doesn't seem hard, but it's really hard. So I'm gonna be quiet now. You gotta push that button fast, and I just can't do that and talk at the same time. I'm not capable of that. Anyway, this guy's almost dead now. Just a little bit of health left. And one more grab ought to do it. There we go, that should kill him. And I was correct, that ended things. Now, we could jump down that hole, or we could come over here and open some doors and find some hidden chests. These chests just have experience in them. There are 2 of them, one behind each door, but of course it's awesome to have extra experience, because you can then use it to level up our weapons. It'll probably be a couple episodes before I get into the intricacies of the RPG elements in this game, but we will get there later. They're not super important in the tutorial. Also, I should have logged off of PSN, but I did not. That is my fault. Here we've just got a handful of guys. It teaches us one attack to launch enemies up in the air, if I can pull it off. And then you can air grab enemies and do all sorts of brutal stuff. I'm not a big fan of using the air in the original game, just because Kratos, his arsenal isn't made for air combat. They do add a lot more aerial abilities in the sequels, which I will hopefully be able to do on my channel at some point. Not 100% certain how I'm going to pull them off due to some of the content of the games. In fact, this one's going to be interesting, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, and then hopefully burn the bridge and never have to cross it again, or care about anything on... Wow! Awesome. Like I said, the balance beams suck. If I were to fall off at a point where there wasn't a rock blocking my path, I could grab on, come back up, but of course at the rock you cannot do that. Instead, you die. Like this. If you fall, you can just kinda... hit X and climb back up, and then probably fall over a million times again, because this game sucks. These balance beams are indeed the worst part of the God of War franchise. Anyway, up here I think we have a cutscene, so I'll shut up.
It's you! The visions, they were real! The gods came to me, told me their champion would come and rescue us from the Hydra. But you're too late! We're pinned down! These creatures, they came from nowhere. The ships are all destroyed. All hope is lost, Spartan. Even for you.
Alright, here's a health chest just in case you've lost a bunch of health up till now. And our first save point. Save points obviously allow you to save the game, do it frequently. Yeah, that's all I have to say. There are my 2 completed save files. My fastest is under 4 hours, so this will be a short Let's Play. Here's a save file from one of my 2 previous attempts at recording this series. I have been facing quite a few technical difficulties. Hopefully, those are resolved, and I will be able to upload this video, and we will be good, but alas, let's continue the game. This is our first introduction to block-pushing puzzles, which are basically the only puzzles the original God of War has. The later games have a lot more creativity in their puzzle design. The first one really didn't know— wow, I forgot that can happen. The first one didn't really know how to puzzle design. So, what you want to do is charge up a kick, get that thing up as fast as you can, get it up to where it won't be taking damage. Because we gotta push this over all the way to the edge, so that we can use it as a platform to grab onto those nets up there. You see the fish nets by the archers? We want to use those to get up there and hopefully kill them. Luckily, archers really aren't a threat in any sort of way, so as long as they don't take out this box before we get up there, or take me out before we get up there. Their aim— oh my gosh! There's no way it's just out of reach. You know, this didn't happen in either of my previous attempts. The box didn't even break in my previous attempts. Alright, we made it all the way up here. Now, nothing can stop us, I think. We can get up here, double jump. I don't know if I mentioned the double jump. I'm sure I did it. I just didn't feel the need to point it out. But that actually is a staple of the series. The fact that Kratos is a double jumper, which is a good thing for the few platform elements incorporated in the franchise. So let's grab this health, take out these last 2 archers. Archers really aren't worth anything if you can get to them. And let's move on through this boat on the Aegean Sea. If I remember right, there are women behind here. They lock themselves in here to hide from the Hydra and the demons and everything spawning. It's a bad time to be on this boat. So I'm going to climb this rope. It's sort of a rope net type thing. You can fight on anything you can climb, you can fight on. I guess except ladders, so that was really stupid to say. But you can fight on nets, vines, rocky surfaces, etc. You can usually just jump your way through combat, which is normally what I'll try to do. Because it's tedious as— I don't know, something that's really tedious. You can also grab enemies and throw them off. But in the long run, this is the fastest. And because of the game's limited camera angles, which I've mentioned before, the developers like to hide hidden bonuses in areas that cannot be seen. However, they typically follow a similar pattern to being towards the camera, so that is just one example of many examples of places where the developers hide things. I will show off as many as I can remember to find in this Let's Play. I'll be attempting to find all the treasures, but I probably will not find them all. This is by no means a perfect walkthrough of the game. This is just sort of me playing one of my favorite games of all time. Slide down here. We've got to some destructible environments, and if I do decide to split this recording session into 2 episodes, this is going to be the point where I do it, so I may or may not see you guys in the